Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the pYanodons playthrough. Fantastic Mr. Ghost here, as you may know. Wow, that's a lot of animals, folks. I don't know if that's all of them. Anyway, let's go down here, and we're going to work on Ulrichs today, and also fish. I think. Oh, I don't have fish here, but you know what I should do? The fish build has to go as well, because it's in my way. So let's go ahead and we'll copy that and we'll bring it here. So basically this is a copy paste, the fish build. That's why I didn't have it up there. Again, animals everywhere, you know. Let's start this episode off by talking about LTN, and there's a problem with it. I will flash up on the screen the version that I am on. So let's go through this briefly, and this is kind of a PSA for those out there who are having problems. So right now, I am on version 2.4.2, and 2.6.0 is out, and I got to read the patch notes on 2.6 because I don't know if they backed out these changes. Now there's also the LTN Combinator modernized. It's 2.2.5 that I'm on, and there is a 2.2.7. If you update the LTN Combinator modernized, it will also update the LTN, and you may not want that. I'm going to flash up on the screen version 2.51 and it's actually version 2.50. Yeah, this is when the mod dev pulled this out or did some changes that really I don't understand why he's doing this. So under changes under 2.5.0, removed train limit from LTN stops and removed any signal to change train limits. So what I take that as is if you have an LTN stop, now here it is, you plop it down, you do not have this option anymore. And this is a major problem when you have depots. So I had a problem when I first started learning LTN, and you'll notice that these stops are purple. And what happens is LTN, because we have all these stops with the same name, you can have trains get snarled up. Let's say this train leaves from a stop and it allocates where it's at currently. This train could leave later and allocate to the stop that this train is going to. And then you have a train sitting here and it's waiting to go here, and it's blocking this whole area, or all this. So you could get a train snarl up. I was looking at this, I'm like, wait a minute. So I went to the LTN mod portal discussion area, and somebody had already posted this because I was going to do it. I'm like, why did you remove this? Don't you know that the depots are going to get, have a problem? So again, I don't know if he fixed it or reverted it back on version 2.6 yet, but if you're on version 2.4.2 and 2.6 hasn't reverted it back yet, be very careful, because it doesn't matter what you do, this is going to cause a problem. Now, I'm going to copy my entire Factorio folder, pYanodons, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to test this. I'm going to run this thing overnight. I'm not going to do it right away. So if you put depot here and train limit 1, I don't know if this is going to fix this problem. I may have tried this prior and it didn't work because I would have just done this, and then we don't have to worry about things. So I'll test it again. I don't want to mess up this save, so that's why I'm going to, do it on a copy. I'll update everything and do it on a copy. So there you go. Now, luckily I was able to, unfortunately, yeah, the LTN modernized, the LTN Combinator modernized does not allow or forces an update on LTN as well, because it's a dependency. So just be aware of that, and I'll look into the 2.6.0 and see if they fixed it. So far, nothing. I haven't seen anything on the mod portal as to, it's been fixed. So that's another thing. I have updates and, I get emails. All right, the rail project is moving along. I have now 4 blocks done by 2. Whew, man, this is a lot of work, folks. But it's kind of fun because I'm rebuilding and relearning these. I'm learning these recipes really good now, and because I'm having to actually get into the nitty-gritty of it. So as you can see, the Ulrich bone meal is sitting right there in my way. And the good thing is the coal briquettes and all this stuff, I was able to dip the rail down a little bit, and I don't have to move this right away. And but I will be rebuilding this crap, you know, hopefully sooner than later. I don't know. I've had to go over a lot of these darn things here. Oh, this isn't powered. Oh, I gotta get that powered. I think I'll go there. Yeah, we should do that. Let's run over there. And let's... Yeah, let's... Oh, what are you doing? Oh, he's grabbing canisters. Okay. What am I missing? Oh, I was building the Ulrichs there, and I haven't come into this network yet. Bring me things! Alright, well, we're moving along here. Let's see, what else do we have? This block is done. The sulfur is in here. Unfortunately, it's taking up a lot of room. Now, I could reposition this thing and get some stuff in here if I need to. And, you know, so I'm not worried about it. Mainly, it's just getting the blocks in at this point. And some of these blocks are just going to be like, okay, it's mining, you know. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'll get into that in a second. I don't want to get sidetracked. So I went all the way down. I've got saline and salt here. I've got a phosphate rock mine. I'm going over here. Another salt and raw gas, which I got to get a radar in over here. And, oh, look at this. Oh, yeah, here. This is the natural gas right here. This is the loader only. Okay. So that is going to be in this. Oh, this will eventually pop over to this block, I think. But it doesn't really hurt leaving it here, I guess. Here we are. Let's get out, get that pole in there. There we go. Fix that up. So right here, I got a 90, 45, 45. And this will be a project to do off screen. This is basically just a rebuild. I'll clean this up and get it. I don't know why I went down here. Don't ask me. So this will be cleaned up and tightened up. I might go into, well, I could go in this block here because I got the swoop down. And the problem is I need the 4-laner in here. So what I'm going to do is just rebuild this. Get this swoop down over here. I will most likely train this over. I don't know, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how much this gets used. I've never had to really care about it. I got a crude oil here. The fuel stop. Oh, I'll go over a fuel stop that I did. I got a standardized thing on that now. All right, so I put the augs in the wrong spot, of course. I wasn't thinking. They used to be here, and I thought, oh, this is the animal block. No, this is the animal block, or column. So now they're here, sitting here. It's basically just copy, paste, shut it all down, get all the materials, put it in here, make sure it works. Oh, my God. So it's just a copy, paste. And, yeah, I was like, crap. So now I got the Corlex milking here with the plastic and the casing. And then next, I think we'll put the Ulrichs here because I'm trying to do. Okay, I shouldn't have put this here, but it's close to this. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. You know, all that. Now I'm gonna do the curve. I didn't do it here. Most likely we'll rough in a curve up like this, so it's all in. So we're all the way down there. And this is roughed in as well. So you can see we're running into this crap now. These yards will be expanded for fluid pickup, network ID 4 and 2. I'll probably do a 16 train. Or I might do something like this here. Yeah, this would work. Yeah, I'll do one of these and one of these. And this will be network ID 2, network ID 4. Because I need more. All right, I moved power. There it is. It wasn't fun. Well, actually, it was fun. You know, I like rebuilding and building and doing all kinds of little silly projects. So I think that was in this block, or it was in, I think it was here. Yeah, something over here. All right, next thing is the moss build. I moved it, finally. It's here. Second moss build. Chlorine is here now. I'm not ready to take the turd research yet. I will. And then what will happen is I'll have to cut this belt and bring it over and down. And because it goes from, this is 32 to 40 something. Let's go here. So here's the moss upgrade right here. We're on the highest level. Oh, there's another level too. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So it goes from 32 to 45. That's going to overdrive the red belt. And then we're going to go from, if we don't have the turd, it's 40 to 56. So that just gives you an idea of why this is kind of a pain. These turd researchers can really you know, throw a wrench into your works. And then down here, we have a Kykelk seed build, which I didn't think I needed until yesterday. I wasn't recording. And the tree build refactored. Look at that. This is one red belt of wood. And then I've got the logs here. I've got the wood. I've got the treated wood and all that. The Kykelk seeds I needed to do for the Coralex food, because all of the food has been redone. I'll show you that in a minute. I also needed the Kykelk seeds for the Negesium. I didn't realize that. So I'm using a recipe 3 here because the recipe 4 couldn't be resolved by Hellmod. And I do believe it's because I didn't want a lot of seeds. I don't need a lot. Let's go over here, and the Negesium is, let's see, we got to get zoomed in. Here it is, right here. I just look for these things here, and this one right here, that's it. This goofy looking thing. And there's the Kykelk seeds. I had a Kykelk seed build here, and I just pulled it up, and now it's being brought in. I luckily had an extra spot here to side load onto the stainless steel, and all is good. Now, the food has been all redone and moved here. I am really worried about throughput here. So here's the fuel stop. Used to be over here in the middle. I'm using the high throughput 2 rail. Well, you know, higher throughput than regular flat rail. Hopefully this will work. I haven't seen a problem yet. Well, of course, I haven't run the base. So we got fog knot food. And eventually there'll be quality, and I might move these up here, or this one will move up here, and then the quality one will be there. And we've got the Coralex. Ulrich food is here. We've got the fish food. Look at that. I didn't redo it if it didn't need to be redone. Muckmoo food, I think is what it's called. Yep, Muckmoo. There. Oh, look at this, a new one. Zipper chum. Believe it or not, this goes away. When we get to the last zipper, I think it's level 5, it goes to quality, and then we never use this ever again. So, you know, it is what it is. Basically, what will happen is I'll convert these to that new recipe, and then, you know, reconfigure this LTN stop. Then we've got the Coralex food, quality and non, up here. Dilmo, Dingrit, quality as well. We're getting ready for the level 3s. Vralk food, both. And then we've got the cotton gut food. Now, oh, and then fungal. Yeah, I got the fungal stuff. That's food. And then the og food. Now, I should have done a dual stop here, but I wasn't thinking. But it's okay. It works. I'm going to leave it. Now, one thing about the food, if you do the double, with mini loaders, you have to stop it at the case, not at the train. Because you'll get material in here and you'll get contamination. So as you can see, there's no material in these mini loaders, and there's a little belt section in there. And that's why that happens. So if I mouse over here, you see that there's fungal material here, this stuff. This is the improved. And what will happen is the last train that loaded is going to have crap in here. The train that pulls up, if it's for a different food, it's going to get a little bit of that, you know, what you don't want. And you don't want that in there because the train may not be able to unload. Well, it should be able to unload. But what will happen is you'll get a buildup and the case will get full of that trash. And you don't want that. All right, let's talk about the render project here. Briefly, what I did is I'm triggering here now. I was triggering off of this because I was having an overrun. I'm like, oh, it's not going to stop ever. Because these cases, I cap them, you know. So it'll cap, you know, all that. What'll happen is, well, guess what? The priority no longer is needed. So they all go here now. And I would have a constant og render project there. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I got to stop it. So I put the triggers here. Now, I used to have a secondary, I used to have an OR gate, you know, conveyor system here to trigger off of bones or brains. And if I'm running research, I need the brains to run the vat brain. Now, that's all going to change, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that yet, because this one is basically for bones and brains. But we'll have to see how this goes, because now I'm going to have everything on site, hopefully. Now, I'm going to move this stuff down, because I've got 3 slots here for additional animals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5. So I'll be 8 lines. After that, I'm not too sure. I'll have to rethink this maybe, because you saw how the animals. We're going to have shells. We're going to have Zyhifo blood. We're going to have ink. We're going to have all the stuff from the Dingrits and the, oh my God. So like I said, this is a proof of concept right now. As I start to add stuff to this, the whole back end of this, the final part will be potentially rebuilt. I'm already ready for that. That's fine. All right, so I think that's about it here. We're going to do I'll probably punch the fish down. And, oh, so what we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do the Ulrichs. And we're going to set up a render spot for that here. And that'll be good because then I can test this out here a little more with another animal. And then we're going to bring the fish in here for rendering to get the fish oil. So we're going to have, and it's going to be nice too, because the fish build is really good. So basically this, whatever this is here, is going to get moved. And then, let's see, this urea stuff here, what I'm going to do is the AUG builds are going to get, all the AUG pooping builds are going to get consolidated into one, I hope. So we're going to have one manure build, and then I'm going to bring this urea from all these other areas. So the fish water, or the dirty water, you know, what is this stuff called? The wastewater? Where are you? Yeah, wastewater. That gets converted into urea right away. My planning is maybe I take the wastewater and I bring it over, and then we can do something with the wastewater like I was looking at there. And then eventually just, if everything is full, then you turn it into urea. So I want to have all of the products that come from urea, because, well, the poop gets turned into liquid manure. And then we got the depolymerized stuff. We got the cyanic acid. So the cyanic acid together with the ammonia, because I have it separated right now, and I got this, but I have a bleed off tank. So right now I want cyanic acid, right? So if this recipe here, it's 30-30. So if the ammonia is full, then I'm wasting basically ammonia. So if I put them together and have a bigger, containment area for the, ammonia, then we're all good. Now this is only used if the base is idle, because cyanic acid, I think I'm prioritizing this one here. No, I'm not. This is only here if cyanic acid gets hammered down to nothing in the body parts area. So, yeah. So here, see how I got a case right here. And what I'm going to do is use the train ID 2 or 4, whichever one it is, to bring the wastewater here. I think it's 2. And then we process the wastewater, and then we can reclaim that into urea or even that methanol or whatever. Because I like that idea. Because methanol is kind of a pain a little bit. So here's the liquid manure. And then we've got the other one. So this is the urea one. And so I was thinking about this. Here, there's the depolymerized organics, the liquid manure, manure bacteria. We could do all this in one area. And, it's just feed AUG's poop. And then we get all these byproducts after processing, or the byproducts, or the poop creates products for us to use. So all of this will be rebuilt together. So consolidation is the key here. Yeah, this one too. And then I got that ammonia one. And I'm thinking there might be another one. Here is the ammonia. So it'd be nice to get all this together, really nice. Oh, one thing that I wanted to mention here is the worker food. That will get moved. And I forgot about it, kind of, sort of. It's over here somewhere. I don't know. Oh, here it is. And the problem is that all these whales are connected to it. So what I got to do is build it, get it up and running, and then go to each whale. Why is this over there? This window's goofed up. So yeah, I just got to go all the way through, and all these schedules need to be redone anyway, at least most of them. All right, without further ado, let's set this thing up and feed it. And then I'm going to move the fish over, and then we'll start testing, putting the screws to this whole system here. Because I got to find out, what kind of bugs are going to come from it. Do I need to adjust it? And what I'm thinking about doing actually is, yeah, I might go sideways here. All right, let's get going on the Ulrichs, the space horses, and the fishies. Alrighty, fellow Factorians. Oh boy, well, I'm at the fish build, which I forgot about, and the trains are coming here instead of the new one, well, the new location. So I ripped out this fish oil here, and this one I can delete too. I'm thinking I'm not going to do these anymore, these little map markers, because factory search will crash if you search for a tag. So you're better off searching for the item, which is, you know, better, I think. So there we go. We got trains coming here. And you know what? This actually worked out pretty good, because I do want to bleed that out, and I completely forgot about it. Oh, one thing I forgot to go over is the Ulrich recipe, the new one. These are level 3s. And I forgot to look at the level 4 recipe. So here it is. Water barrel. Oh, these guys can drink water, let me tell you. I forgot about that. But I remembered when I ripped the old one out, because I designed this one and I looked at the old one. I'm like, oh, that's right, 15 barrels. And that's for the pups, which I think is kind of outlandish, because why do the pups drink so much water, yet the grown ones only drink 5? Go figure. I mean, it should, because they're smaller bodies, you know, the pups, you would think. Anyway, so the recipe here, one bedding, the quality Ulrich food, I think I have to circle back on that and build out just quality, because I didn't realize, oh, I don't need the other one. But wait a minute, I think for spinning up the level 4s and additional level 3, well, 3s and 4s of the modules, I think we need the regular and quality. So 2 food, and these things are fast. 10-second craft. Whoa. And it switched it all up. So Relesia seeds, raw fiber, fogway, salt, of course, because horses like salt. I think cows do too. I'm surprised that the space cows don't have salt. I think the Corlexes do. So this is the actual Ulrich, the maturing there. Same stuff, except we need a cub and less water, of course. So that worked out pretty well. And I might have to reconfigure this silly thing here, because a lot of the barrels collect here in this case, and this is, I'm exporting here. So what I might have to do is export the barrels out here and then do like a case here, and that way both of these can work, or something. I don't know. I can flip the water anywhere. So I'll keep an eye on this thing. Now, when it comes to level 4, I think, oh, we can't, yeah, I always forget. We have to do this awesome feature the devs put in. And we'll scroll down here. So there is 4. And look at that. That's why I didn't future-proof this. I think I remembered it. So we got 12 Ulrichs. Same recipe. Yeah, it's copy-paste. 12 versus, what was this? 9. So extra 3. Let's take a look at the babies here. Oh, wait. I keep doing that. The babies are here. There's the level 4. Same thing. Yeah. So 12 cubs versus probably 9. Yeah. So it's like a... And this is fast, too. How fast is this one? Oh, yeah, that's the 10-second. This is... Oh, this is 120. Okay. Yeah, the cubs are always faster. There you go. And these are our breeders right here, the modules. It used to be you had to export the creature and have like a case loop. And I remember they updated and changed that. And I go, wait a minute. Oh, we don't need the... It was a Roux I noticed it on. And you used to have to loop it out. So now... And you had to seed it with a certain amount. And I would share 2. That was kind of nice that they fixed that, or made it, enhanced it, made it better. All right, so this is going to bleed out here eventually. Okay, now... Okay, let's go over here. Oh, off screen, I will take this out and rebuild it. This is going to be so tedious. And I want to get more of these things here, because the goal is to get off of that old one and then just have a huge animal processing area. It's going to be crazy. I'm really looking forward to it. And debugging is the fun part. So there's this. There's the next two animals here. We're all cranking them out. I might be able to expand this, but I don't want to go too crazy. This is the exact amount. Ooh, yeah, I have to increase the request amount here. Yeah, I think, what is this now? 8 fish. Yeah, that's a lot. It's only 1 caged og here. The Ulrich is 1 as well. Yeah. So this is a higher requirement. So what we'll do, I'll go 20. That's 1K. 500. And what I'll do, I'll probably go 1,000. Well, let's go 1,000. There we go. Now, the fish oil isn't very common, so that's fine. And let's see. Yeah. Oh, and then the Ulrichs here. Look at that, backed up. And this priority belt or priority splitter works friggin' awesome. So we got body parts here, and the bone meal is now here. That is great. And the Ulrichs now, again, you know, the animals are used by other animals, so I think the Ulrich might. Can we go here? Over here. Ulrich's up here. I might expand this too. Full render. We can click on. I think we can click on the caged here. Yeah, and then click on the used in. See, I don't know. Ooh, maybe it ends. Well, we need it for the bone meal. That's for sure. So we have the honey here. And then I think it switches. So the level 4. Yeah, see how it switches? The level 3 is the Mukbu Cotton Gut now. As well as the 4. So that kind of sucks. Well, I like that they got the back button. So it looks like the level... Let's click on this guy here. Oh, this is the genetic thing here. So what are we used in? Yeah, it looks like this might be phased out completely. The caged one now? Oh, wait, yeah, we always got to click on the caged. Oh, here, the come out, and we need that tendon for everything. End game, mid, well, it's, I would say in between mid game and end game, the come out tendon starts coming up, like right now, starts coming up, but it becomes more and more. So yeah, we're going to need it for that. Oh, wow, we need it for the level 3 spin up here on the Arthurian. Yep. Oh, wow, look at that. We got red, blue, and purple. Cool. And then we got this thing. What is this? Is that a come out? Oh, Zeno egg. So that's another creature. So we feed it a caged Mukmu and Ulrich. Man, this thing's eating all the animals and fish. Man, this thing's hungry. See, these are enhanced, improved caged Ulrich, nanochondria. And I guess we put antivirals, nanochondria in there. And then it's an improved, and it's, see how it has like, I wish that icon was bigger. These are 2 skin ones. We got lard. I think we could take these creatures and dedicate them to body parts. So we don't have to funnel them down this thing. We can actually go, all right, I'm setting this up, and it's going to be for blood. It's going to be for guts. It's going to be for brains. That's how we're able to take the uncertainty and all this piling things into a case and sorting. So that'd be kind of cool. So it's a paradigm shift again. But yeah, I really like doing this kind of stuff. It's fun. All right, so the fishy, oh, here's the fish oil. 36,000, I'll just let this go. And then this thing will bleed out here. Looks like it's getting down there. Wait a minute, 2,500? Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know if I set that up correctly here, or if I have the thing on. Let's see here. Yeah, provider's on 300, and it's wired. That's the other thing. I found some food that I didn't have the provide checkbox on. That's what happens when you get into a mode. Now why? Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. There it is. All right. So we got the seaweed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm collecting the urea and processing the wastewater here. There are a couple recipes that I found. Let's see, for wastewater. So we go to urea, wastewater, and it's used in here. And you'll see that we have a filtration for methanol. I like this one here. So what I was thinking, I can simply put a tank in here, and you can't butt them up together like that, or else it'll contaminate, cross-contaminate. So I have a rail going over here, and the tank will be over here. and I'll pick up wastewater, which I wasn't really wanting to do, but because we can use the wastewater for methanol with filtration, if we have enough methanol, then it just gets turned into urea. So I will, have a consolidation area for the wastewater, urea, cyanic acid, ammonia. We'll have the liquid manure, the bacteria, all that crap. So that'd be kind of cool to be able to kind of pull things together after, because when I first started playing this mod, I'm like, okay, build, 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 build. And then you start seeing the relationships and you pull, and now I'm in the mode of pulling things together. And, the problem is though, with the yellow belt and slow machines, it's very difficult to process that stuff. Now with red belt, it's a little better. And plus we're hopefully getting the blue belt soon. Oh, look at here. We're running out of fish here, and then I'll bleed out. So what I'll do is I'll repurpose this in the new fish build. And then hopefully that fish build, with the fish oil being very low volume, the fish is higher volume for the food and other things. So I'm hoping that this will, be fine. Just like with the wood and going to Kikhalks, the wood became less of an issue. So I don't need a big build anymore. And I used to have 2. So now we'll see how it goes. All right, so that should be it. Like I said, I will work on getting this repurposed. Oh my God, wish me luck on that. I'll be working here. I got this ore eraser. I don't like using it, but I also don't like having, stuff on patches and whatnot. And I'm never going to use that patch there. Plus, look at all these. Yeah, like I'm worried about resources, I'm using the pYanodons recommended settings, and it's not Rail World, where patches are all over the place, way out, and forces you to use trains. That's a bad one to use for pYanodons, because you'll be, in beginning game, you'd be crying. So anyway, wait a minute. Oh, okay, it's over here now. I thought it was over there more. All right, yeah, so I'll work on the AUG thing and getting that out of here. And then the sulfur, oh my God, can you believe this? Every damn thing is running into these. And I'm so glad I have the elevated rail. So really, this thing can stay here. And let's see, right here. Yeah, I can go do a swoop up here. And then I can get the sulfur from here. I can also go over on this side too, because it's closer on this side. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, once this fish is gone, I gotta go over here and get this fish. Oh, I have a priority on this one here. I don't think this is gonna go away. I might have to take a train. Oh, you know what the problem is when you're wired up? You have to kind of jostle some tanks around. Maybe I will take that out of there, but only after this is gone. All right, man, it's been a lot of work. I did a lot of work off screen doing all the food. And now this, it continues. Hopefully it's downhill from here, because now the the new system is working, because I got 2 more animals on there to test it, and it's good. So I got plenty of room for capacity. I'm worried about, the more and more animals we add to that, I'm going to run out of belts. So I'll have to see how that's going to work. I could do another case and, try to do maybe some about many belts to one. I don't know. We'll have to see. Or I could put a case and then go into the case and have belts just going straight through. So that could be an update, an edit. Ooh, there we go. I might just take these out of here. Nah, I'll wait on that. Okay, I better shut up. I'm babbling. I'm tired. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.